Advertisement.
Advertisement.
This is
what?
not an advert.
Wait, what? What?
What the heck, Lauren?
Advertisement.
Hi guys, today's video is 50 British versus American word pronunciations.
Part 1.
Part 1.
Ooh, Tor was in this video.
Cheers.
Who else is in this video?
I think that might be someone we know.
Yeah, it's not the best starting frame on him, is it?
I feel like we've mugged him off.
Yeah, a little bit. Tor is looking down as well.
Yeah, sorry, but anyway, it's Lawrence.
We're doing a lot of a pond video. It's 50 minutes long, so we're not, like, normally we'd pause for every word, wouldn't we? But we're not going to do that. We're just going to say it as soon as it pops up, I guess.
Yeah.
Like the first one, dynasty.
Density.
Density?
Dynasty. Dynasty.
Do
I
you
don't
not
know
know
what the word is.
The dynasty?
Oh, I do even know the word is, so that's why I wouldn't know how to say it.
I think the American pronunciation is dynasty.
Great. I don't know
But
what
I
that
call
is.
it
That's not a
dynasty.
good one to start with.
It's almost good, but as soon as it pops up, we're going to say it. We might not know the word. I might not know the word. Sometimes I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Smash that like button, guys. Smash the subscribe button. Do the honours.
When I was a kid, we
Wait.
watched a lot
50 British versus American word pronunciation. What we got?
What we
of
got?
American
You didn't ask me if I was
television.
ready.
One of those shows was
You ready?
Dynasty.
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 Oh.
What?
Dynasty.
Oh. She says dynasty, we say dynasty. And I said it the opposite
Hello,
way.
I'm Lawrence.
I'm Tara.
What?
And we are on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond. And one of those memos pertains to words and how we pronounce them.
Maybe the most important memo pertains to words.
Well, absolutely. Well, it's the one I discuss most, isn't it? And,
True.
living with somebody who is American and especially being in quarantine with her, I get to hear a lot of
With
her
her.
mispronunciations, different pronunciations all the time, don't I?
Yes. And so when we're talking about mispronunciations, I think Lawrence is going to go first.
Oh, am I? That's pressure.
And then I'm going to go
Mispronunciations.
next with the correct pronunciation.
Come on,
Oh.
There is no correct pronunciation. You know,
No.
language is fluid and we understand that. Something else to point out before we get underway, while we are representatives of our respective countries here today, there will be a few of you watching this thinking, I don't pronounce it that way and I'm American or I'm British.
That's
we
why we're
understand
here.
that. There are regional differences. This is just how we do it.
Without further ado, we're going to get started, and we're going to say each of the 50 words with each variation on our own pronunciations.
Okay.
And because we didn't want to discriminate against certain words, we alphabetized this list.
And since one of you in the comments below, I'm sure, is going to categorize each of these words, then you can find them very easily since they're alphabetized.
It's just so considerate of us, wasn't it?
It really is.
Let's get underway.
All right, let's go.
Oh, you always bring
Adidas.
us on this. This
Adidas.
is Adidas.
Adidas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard that.
Adidas.
Yeah. Advertisement.
Advertisement.
This
Wait,
is
what?
not an advert.
Wait,
What?
What?
What the heck, Lauren?
Advertisement?
No, it's advertisement.
Yeah, no, I know.
Why is he saying it like that? Lawrence, that's so not right.
Advertisement?
No.
Is that a Lawrence thing or are we just
That's
not
a Lawrence thing, because advertisement is what I would say.
Yeah, the advert, because you'd say adverts.
Yeah, like there's
Adverts or-
yeah, the
But
advertising.
You could
It's
say, yeah,
advertisement.
advertise it. Oh, you're right, Lawrence. What?
Mate, this man's gone mad.
Advertisement for Lost in the Pond or for Adidas. which
No,
is
it's an
calling that not a
advertisement.
sponsored ad.
Unless
Not
we're
at all.
American.
Oh, this
H.
one is controversial. So I actually do pronounce this H, right? But I think when I was younger it was H. A lot of British people do pronounce it that way.
Not even younger. You've pronounced it H
Oh,
since
wow.
I met you.
What you're well,
I'd say
I'm
H.
younger then.
H.
A lot younger, I guess.
Come on.
H.
Now here's the thing.
Aluminium.
I pronounce this aluminum because it's spelled aluminum.
Aluminium.
Yeah, Lawrence is just...
This is 50 Lawrence versus American pronunciations.
I get what you're saying, though, because aluminium and aluminium is a little bit different spelling. So I think he's just taking a mick.
Okay.
But also,
We say aluminium.
it's not been a good start for us.
I'm confused about the
Advertise,
advertising
I'm
thing.
sorry. Maybe it is a
Maybe
British
we've
thing.
just watched too many American things.
I've never heard anyone say
No, they always say
advertisement. Yeah. Let us know in the comments, Lawrence, if you watch this, if someone click
Lawrence.
this and send it to Lawrence, I'm so confused.
Yeah, Lawrence, signs going on here.
But if it was spelled the British way, aluminium,
Yeah.
I would pronounce it thus.
Aluminum. There really is only one.
Banana.
Wow.
Banana.
Not much different.
Yeah,
really.
banana.
Banana.
Another food item
Basil.
and
Basil.
a person's name. I call this basil, like Basil Fawlty.
Basil.
For sure,
okay.
for sure.
Brochure.
Brochure. Doesn't rhyme.
But it does when I say it. Brochure.
Okay.
It does, doesn't it? That's not... Yeah, maybe I'll adopt your pronunciation of that.
For sure.
I like rhymes. Aha.
Buddha.
Yes,
Buddha.
this one caught me off guard because I'm a practicing Buddhist. I'm not, but still.
What?
Whenever it's spoken about, I would say Buddha.
I say Buddha. I'm not sure
Oh,
why.
okay.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have the 2 O's.
Language doesn't make sense, does it, Tara?
Not at all.
Easy one, this.
Buffet.
Jimmy Buffett.
No, the word,
It's-
not the name.
Buffet.
Okay.
That's what I say.
Is it?
Buffet.
But you don't put like a weird emphasis on it or anything like that?
Buffet.
Buffet, but I
Buffet.
say buffet.
Buffet.
Oh.
Ah, yes, here's an example.
Sounds
British
the same.
homophone. We pronounce this just as you would
Boy.
pronounce the word boy, as in boy,
Boy.
and girl.
In the sea.
Buoy.
Buoy.
That's
Buoy.
the way that I've
Oh.
always said it. Life Boy Soap is Life Boy Soap. But I don't think it's B-O-Y. I think it's B-U-O-Y.
Again, not a sponsored ad for soap. Ah, yes, this
I tell you what, now she's questioning life, isn't she?
Yeah, I'm
she
thinking
said,
about maybe I'm saying it wrong now.
what do you mean? No, we're boy.
Yeah.
We say boy. Buoy kind of makes sense because it's spelled that way, I understand that. But then she's just questioned it with boy. So she's questioned herself, so we're going to
Like
go
it's a boy
boy.
in the sea, isn't like a pink thing.
Yeah, boy. Well, just a floaty boy.
But with the pink usually in Jersey.
Red, pink, yeah. It's normally red, but it wears down to pink, I think.
Right, okay,
From the
so
sea.
This was one of the big ones when I
Caramel.
moved to
Caramel.
the US because there's a place in Indiana called Carmel. We'll get onto that in just a second. My pronunciation of this word is caramel.
Yeah.
As is mine.
Oh.
But the place is Carmel.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I've heard you say caramel, or something
I
like
say
that.
caramel.
Do you really? But some Americans don't, do they?
No, some of them say caramel.
Yeah, this one's got
Caramel.
quite a regional difference.
Caramel and caramel are spelt differently too.
I know that. I've just heard people pronounce the two the same way. Ah, yes, this was
Chauffeur.
Sarah's former profession to me. She was my chauffeur.
I was never a paid chauffeur for him.
How did you pronounce it?
Chauffeur.
See, you're getting the sort of the French down there, I think.
Chauffeur.
Right? Usually,
That's
we're
how I
bad at
say it.
That's how I
Spanish
say
and
it.
You're bad at French. And speaking of Spanish,
Chile.
I used
Chile.
to pronounce this chili. And I think most people in Britain do, but I've since evolved my pronunciation because of this one.
Well, it's Chile because it's the place, Chile. But if you were to eat chili, that would be chili.
Chile.
That
It's
does
chili
make
up north.
sense.
That's another definition.
Sounds like
of the
you.
word,
But we
different
would still
spelling.
say chili.
Absolutely. Oh, this is a good one.
Crayon.
So
Crayon.
when I was a kid, I used to colour in inside the lines, I must make that clear, with a crayon.
He
I was outside the lines.
because I've seen his artwork from when he was younger. But I say crayon as well.
I was Artist of the Year in Year 7.
However, there are lots of Americans who say crayon.
One vowel. Ah, yes, another example of the
Croissant.
French
Croissant.
going weird in
Croissant.
America.
Croissant.
I say croissant because
I say,
I know
croissant.
French.
Yeah, I'd say croissant. But I know croissant.
Croissant.
If I put an accent on it, it's the correct one. If I say croissant, yeah.
I pronounce this croissant, which
Did
that's
the
super
accent.
French, even for England, isn't it?
I mean, we say croissant if we're saying it American, but I say croissant as well.
Yeah, well, because you're pretentious like me.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the
Daniel
Bond actor,
Craig.
still
Craig.
haven't seen any of those
Craig,
films,
they
shame
should,
on me.
No, I
But
can
I
say
pronounce
Clark.
his name,
It's Craig.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig.
What?
Oh, what?
revelation? That is a genuine revelation to me.
Yeah, I'd say Craig if it was like a first name,
Yes,
but I
that's
think that
Oh,
Daniel
okay.
Craig has been in the news enough that even in America we would say his name
I
Daniel
feel like
Craig.
famous people, they'll know how to pronounce
Because
it.
they've heard it,
Whereas
yeah.
that, yeah.
But we'd call him
I
Craig
suppose
normally.
the fact that he's British as well, you hear that pronunciation
More,
quite
yeah.
often.
Right.
But if it was the first name Craig,
It'd be Craig.
Wow.
Craigslist, right?
Yeah, Craigslist.
In fact, perfect. When
Debut.
Daniel Craig made his
Debut.
first appearance as Bond, he made his debut.
His debut.
Well, this is similar, isn't
Okay.
it? Where
Depot.
we park
Yeah.
the buses, all of the buses in England is called the depot.
And we say depot.
Oh,
Here it is
I
again.
say Depot because I've only ever heard it as Home Depot.
Yeah, I think we definitely say the American version. I think Launch is right there. We say the American version.
We spoke about this just
Derby.
the other day, how it's used in different ways in both countries, but it's also pronounced differently.
Well,
I've always said
I know
what
it's
they say.
Derby,
Yeah, they say Derby.
but I always used to say Derby too because I didn't know it was Derby.
Yeah, I knew it
I
was
didn't get when
Derby
there's not an A.
only because of a football derby.
Yeah, I just say Derby.
Derby.
I love this one. It's one of my favorite ones, but it's Derby.
And it doesn't matter what we're referring to, the town, the hat, or the type of race.
If you're from Derby, then let me know in the comments. Should I pronounce it Derby, or should I pronounce it Dobby, or should I pronounce it Derby?
There are, of course, 13 states with a derby as well.
Oh,
How
wow.
do you pronounce it, Americans? When
Let
I was
us know
a
in the
kid,
comments.
we watched a lot of American television, and one of those shows was Dynasty.
Dynasty.
I say dynasty.
Dynasty.
I don't know what the
What?
word is.
Dynasty. Here's another French-inspired one. They're all
Foyer.
French or
Foyer.
Spanish, aren't they? Foyer.
We would probably say foyer, but I think I've learned over the years to say foyer as well.
I've influenced her.
This one just reminds me of Elton John.
Yeah, he looks so.
Proud.
To say foyer as well.
His little
I've
face.
influenced her.
He is. I'm not sure you're so proud. Like, yeah, I've infiltrated. But now he's American, so he's got to
Yeah.
regret that decision.
This one just reminds me of Elton
Garage.
John.
Garage.
Why? When does he say this word?
Because he says in the garage by the motorway.
By the motorway. Like,
Motorway.
Motorway.
unbelievable. Which is weird because he often sings with an American accent, doesn't he? The funny thing is, even in Britain, people can't agree on the pronunciation of this word. I happen
Can we
to
not?
say garage, but some people would say garage.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Garage,
mine's pretty
yeah.
You know what?
in the
No,
garage.
I
The garage.
because I'm from the north, and I sit next to people from the south. There's one person away, absolute legend, but I will say bath, and he'll go bath,
Yeah, but it's bath.
and I'll say grass because this is just how I pronounce it. Be like you pronounce it.
Bath.
No, grass.
Grass.
Yeah, you say grass, I say grass, and with I guess with garage, I say garage, and you'll be like garage,
Yeah, I'd say garage.
bath, grass.
I do say garage though. Even though
Yeah, I do say that. But like the bath, the grass, I say grass, bath. It's weird, isn't it? That's just for South. The South do that, don't they?
Yeah,
And the
except
North.
me, clearly.
Except you.
It's garage.
I hope there are some
Graham.
people called
Graham.
Graham watching because
say
it's most
Graham.
decidedly in my pronunciation Graham, not Graham, Graham.
Graham.
All one vowel
Yeah.
when you do it, isn't it?
When I went to school, there was a kid named Graham, and I couldn't figure out why his name was spelt the way it is and pronounced the way it is at the same
Okay.
time.
Was he friends with somebody called Craig? For some reason, this one gets people in a tizzy. I say herb.
I say herb.
Yeah.
Although people in the West Country might also say herb. Herbs and spices, like I
True.
just had.
Absolutely.
Easy one.
Home
There.
address.
Home
address.
address.
Home address.
I've had a lot of
Yeah.
this in recent times,
Leisure.
being here in quarantine. Leisure.
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 Okay.
It sounds like legion.
I don't feel like you've had any leisure.
I've had plenty of leisure, just especially now that I'm full time on YouTube. Here's the thing: I think I
Lieutenant.
don't remember ever
Lieutenant.
pronouncing this the British way of
By the way.
lieutenant.
Work definitely ain't made it this far into a video.
No.
So maybe we could be that one day. Check out Patreon. Would really appreciate it. We need leisure time.
Hey, I finish on Friday. I'm a free woman.
Yeah, maybe
but I'm not actually.
year. Yeah, you'll go back in a
I'm
year
going
because
back.
of obviously pregnancy. But we can have some leisure time.
I'm
Leisure.
gonna have some leisure time.
You are. How jam is that?
Oh.
The fat needs cleaning.
Oh. No, it doesn't. I can do it tonight.
I've always said, I think, probably not.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
You know who says lieutenant?
Who?
Poldark.
Does he?
Yes.
Left.
But of course I say lieutenant.
Oh,
so-
okay.
Ah, it's back.
Mary.
So I pronounce.
Mary, Mary, Mary.
Yeah, you sound different. I am Mary, Mary, Mary.
Mary.
Do they all sound
Mary,
different when you say them?
Mary.
Yeah, you sound different when you say. Do I sound different when
Your
I say?
Mary and your Mary sound the same.
Mary, Mary, Mary.
Your Mary and your Mary sound the same.
Do they? But Mary says different.
Yeah, Mary's
Okay.
different.
Let us know if you say them the same.
all three of these differently. Mary, Mary, and Mary.
I just pronounced them all Mary.
Wow.
Easy.
Oh!
Yes, depends what I'm referring to
Mobile.
here. If I'm
Mobile.
referring to, the phone, cell phone, I'd say mobile or a mobile home. If I'm referring to the place in Alabama, mobile.
Okay.
I'd say mobile for
Mobile.
phone or for home, and mobile for mobile.
So at least we can agree on the last one. Aha, again, not
Nissan.
sponsored video. Nissan.
That is the silliest pronunciation.
No, it isn't. Look.
We've
it's
got a
with
Nissan.
Got a
NISS.
Nissan, excuse you.
Nissan.
Nissan?
You know,
What?
You've got a
That's fine
Nissan.
What's wrong with Nissan?
No, Nissan, and I've got a Nissan.
Yeah, we've got a Nissan. We're verified to call it Nissan. You know, if you've got a Nissan, then fair enough.
But we got a
We-
Nissan.
You know, no, what we're going to say, we've got different cars.
Yeah,
we
I've
got a
got a
Nissan, you got a
Nissan.
Nissan. Yeah?
We got a Nissan.
We got no clue.
I'm certain that that's the way that somebody in Japan might say it.
I bet it is. You're probably right. America is very good about doing that, actually.
They're
This
better
word
than us.
actually seems oddly appropriate now.
Nonchalant.
Nonchalant.
I don't
There
know
you
what
go.
it means.
Again, getting your French down. It's amazing. Why can't you do that with Notre Dame?
Notre Dame.
Ah, this one was a revelation.
Oregano.
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 Oh,
Again, I hate to admit it, yours is closer to the original Spanish.
that is true.
I
The
always thought it
spelling.
was Italian.
Oregano.
Parmesan.
Parmesan.
Parmesan. Doesn't make any
Parmesan.
sense.
Why is
It doesn't, but I mean, it's tasty either way.
It
I like
makes no
that.
sense the way that I pronounce that. I just realized.
Well, but again, English doesn't, and it's it's borrowed from other languages. All of these words come from other languages originally, so they're going to have weird nuances to them. And I think it's fine that you say that, but I'm just going to stick to Parmesan. It's slightly
Yeah, I like Parmesan.
in the privacy
Privacy.
of your own home.
Privacy?
Privacy. Either way, don't give out your home
I
address.
say privacy,
I feel like people do say privacy.
but I definitely say privacy.
I'd say privacy more. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you want your privacy down. I wouldn't say you want your privacy down.
Can I have some privacy?
I feel like privacy is a very posh way of saying it.
Yeah, I say privacy.
I'd say privacy.
Address. Progress.
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 To be honest, I go back and forth between both of them.
I don't know if I do or not. To progress is to go forward. To have progress is what you have once you've progressed.
That's a good distinction. I actually like that.
He's
For me,
shocked.
this will always and
Route.
forever
Route.
be route.
Route.
And it is for you too. But a lot of Americans would
Listen.
say...
Route.
Yeah.
And route is, for us, we'd only ever
Do you know why I
use
know
that
that?
sound.
Because I used to have a tom-tom and he used to go, rerouting.
I'm rerouting.
Sound. If we're talking about a football game where somebody hammered another team, it was a route.
Okay.
Simply the salon.
Yeah,
which,
salon.
I think
Salon.
a lot of us could do with right now.
That's quite French.
How do you pronounce it?
Salon.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Going
just
to
an
the
emphasis
salon.
difference again. Yeah.
I could definitely use it.
That's true. In fact, I got my haircut just before this whole thing started.
You were just...
Sorry. In fact, you might say I was right on
Schedule.
although I never really pronounce it
Schedule,
that way.
but they say
I've always said
schedule.
schedule.
And
I've
I've always
always
said
said
schedule too.
Semi.
Semi. Or semi-something, but semi on its own if it's a truck.
Okay.
So you would actually say it's semi-final, for example.
Yeah, semi-final, any kind of semi-word, that prefix, I say it as semi.
I bet you've got that from me, haven't you?
I doubt it.
No? Okay. I think
There's all
whenever I've heard
comments.
an American sports commentator say semi-final, they would say semi-final.
Yeah, I think they would.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
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 One syllable, more or less.
That is
It
one
is,
syllable.
and I don't understand that one either.
I-
There are definitely two syllables.
I pointed out once, it sounds like you've got a mouthful of nuts, much like a squirrel. Tomato.
Tomato. We knew that one already.
I think everyone knows that one. Aha, they may not
Tunisia.
know this one.
Tunisia.
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 If there is anybody
Oh.
watching from Tunisia, or
That would compete.
That was different.
That kind of reminds me, because I know we say Tenerife. They say
Tenerife.
Tenerife, which is the correct way to say it.
Yeah, that's
we
not
say it
Tenerife.
wrong. Yeah.
Tunisia, let us know which is closest to your pronunciation. Well, I think I know
Uruguay.
this one. Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Oh.
Do you usually do it like that?
No.
You don't usually affect the Spanish.
Uruguay.
Yeah.
Uruguay.
Yeah, but yours is closer again, I think, isn't it, to the considered Spanish
I think so.
pronunciation?
I'm certain that there are Americans who say Uruguay, though.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, neither of us are correct.
Van Gogh.
So, yes, in Britain we say Van Gogh.
Here in America, growing up, I was conditioned to say Van Gogh, but increasingly I've heard Americans say things like Van Gogh or Van Gogh.
Okay.
I wonder if Doctor Who influenced that. I've heard that the Dutch is closer to that first one you said there, Van Gogh or something
Van
like
Gogh.
that. You need a lot of phlegm. Ah, perfect, because Van Gogh
Vase.
did flowers.
I
Vase.
say vase.
Vase.
Yeah.
But I also say vase.
Do you think
Okay.
you picked that up from me as well?
No, that was before you. I'm
Oh,
just,
he's like, how good he
really
looks.
pretentious, like you said earlier.
And I'm losing my power. I'm going to be interested here. 'Cause I
Versatile.
actually don't know how you pronounce this, but I say it versatile.
I go back and forth between versatile and versatile.
That is a
Versatile.
distinction here. because
Okay.
I think, like you, not all Americans would say versatile. Vitamin.
Vitamin.
Have you taken your vitamins?
Yeah.
I haven't. And this is the one that waiters,
Water.
get
Water.
tripped up on a lot
Water.
when they hear me speak when I ask for water.
This was something that I always had to order for him. In fact, to the point where I still, whenever we go out and have food in a restaurant, who does that anymore?
What's a restaurant?
But when we used to do that,
Don't worry. We're from the future. We can do that now.
We can. Don't worry.
Well,
Hold on.
Don't worry, guys. We're
We'll
from the
make-
future.
You can order your water soon.
Don't worry.
I would have to order all of his food for him because the waiters and waitresses just did not understand him.
That's an exaggeration, but at least the word water.
Water.
And we couldn't finish this video without
YouTube.
reference to the platform that it's on. YouTube.
YouTube.
Although
Oh,
when I'm
okay.
speaking quickly, I do find myself saying YouTube.
No, I don't.
Really?
I don't.
I've never
Yeah.
heard you say that.
Sometimes I found an old video of me the other day saying it that exact way without even thinking about
And
it.
here he thinks that he influences me.
Get out.
So there you have it. All the pronunciations.
that was good.
That was good. I like that. I like the little banter as well.
Definitely. I do apologise if that was a bit quiet. It was hard to gauge because now we're a bit further away. I don't want to be messing with the sound too much. It's on full max on there, a little bit quiet on there. They were loud at the start, but I think Lawrence got quieter.
Yeah,
We were quiet anyway, so I think it was okay. That was good.
it was good. I like the when they're together.
They bounce off each other well, don't
Yeah.
they? I mean, we were definitely different to Lawrence at times. Sometimes the same. Interesting.
The advertisement, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I think he's talking absolute rubbish there.
I'm
We're not having that.
I'm not
Lawrence.
okay with that one.
Nah, not okay with that. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the subscribe button. What should we do?
Have a fantastic day.
And we'll see you, legends, in the next one. Peace.